Hey everybody, it's Monica with Fit Eats Coach, and today I'm back with a quick routine to help you rehab injuries. For example, if you have had hip bursitis, hamstring tendonitis, maybe you have knee issues or low back issues, these exercises are going to help to activate the right muscles and strengthen those muscles as well so that you can get back to your regular workouts. You're going to need a medicine ball, a Pilates ring, and some kind of step or bench to place your feet on. But if you don't have these things, you can also do this with other equipment or even no equipment, which I will share all those tips in the workout. All right, so let's get started. Okay, so the first exercise is a B stance stiff leg deadlift. We're doing this with a medicine ball, but you can hold an 8-pound dumbbell at the chest level as you saw at the beginning of the video. You can also do this with arms crossed over the chest. The main thing is to keep your back nice and flat, hinge at the hip, and draw the belly button to the spine as you're doing this exercise. You're aiming for about 10 reps total, so split up the reps, 5 on each leg, and as soon as you're done, you're moving on to the next exercise, which is an incline scapular retraction. We're using a plyo box, but you can use a bench or a chair, and you're keeping your arms pretty straight. You're in a push-up plank position, and you're squeezing your shoulder blades together, so you're lowering that upper body towards the bench without bending the elbows. Now, if this is too challenging for you, you can do it from your hands and knees. Notice how my arms are not bending, but my chest is coming closer to the floor. And as you get stronger, you can come into a full push-up plank and do them like this. You can also do them up against a wall if you need a much easier version of this. Next up, we have feet elevated bridge with abductions. So you're using a Pilates ring to squeeze and work those inner thighs, pelvic floor, deep abdominal connection. At the top, you're squeezing the glutes nice and hard. You're gonna do 8 to 10 reps of this. And if you don't have a Pilates ring, you can use any kind of small ball. You can even use a yoga block, or you can use rolled up towel, anything that's going to help you to activate your inner thighs and connect that movement with your pelvic floor and your deep abdominal. Finally, our last activation move is this Pilates sideline leg series. You're going to lay on your side with your legs slightly forward from the body, and you're going to circle your top leg back about 6 to 8 times and then forward 6 to 8 times. Notice how my leg is hip height and not higher than that. And then you're going to do some side kicks with a press as you're coming down. And if you raise your top arm, it's going to make the exercise a lot more challenging. So what you're doing here is using your core to keep your torso anchored in place as the legs are moving in all kinds of directions. Pilates sideline exercises are great for improving core stability and strength, as well as lengthening all the lower body muscles and building strength in your hips, so hip flexors, glutes, inner thighs, all those muscles that stabilize really big movement. Again, you're doing 6 to 8 reps of forward and backward circles, and then you're going again into 6 to 8 reps of that side kick with that press down. And as you're pushing down, imagine you're pushing on a really heavy spring. You're going to get a lot more out of this exercise if you visualize that and really focus on what's going on in your deep abdominals. Now that we're done with activation, we're moving on to strengthening, which looks really similar to activation. So we're going back to the B stance, this time with a knee drive. And this time you're doing 8 repetitions on each side of this. So you're increasing your reps, you're increasing the range of movement of the legs. And if you feel really stable, once you start to get stronger, you can add bigger leg movement and even add some arm movement, as you're seeing here and as you saw at the beginning of the video with dumbbells. Make sure that you're hinging at the hip, that you're keeping your entire torso really, really tight as you're folding forward, especially when you add big arm and leg movements. and that you have a nice flat back. So no rounding of the back here. Now your legs can be slightly bent. That's totally fine as long as you're getting a nice stretch on the back of the supporting leg. So that's really the leg that's working. The other leg is kind of an added weight to train your core a little bit more. This exercise has many different progressions, but you want to master the basics before moving on to the more advanced stuff. Okay, next up we have a knee elevated hip extension. Some people call this a glute kickback, but a glute kickback would actually have a bent leg. So this is just a kneeling hip extension. The difference is that you're balancing on this tiny little ball, and that creates some instability so that you get much stronger back, shoulders, core, and also your glute on the supporting leg. Now the other leg, you really got to squeeze your glute to get that leg nice and high. This is one thing that's beneficial about working on the ball. And if you don't have a ball, you can use a little ottoman, some kind of step, or even a chair. And if I didn't mention this before, you can also use a chair for your elevated bridge. So you don't need to have special equipment to do this workout. Okay, finally we have leg lower variations with abduction. So you're using that Pilates ring to work the inner thighs, pelvic floor, and really connect with those deep abdominals. The goal here is to keep your back nice and flat. So if you're not that strong, you want your legs fairly bent. And the stronger you get, the more you can begin to extend the legs. And as you get really strong, then you can get rid of the ring or yoga block or ball and start to add in some really straight leg movement with arm movement as well. The goal here is don't put your hands under your butt, don't grab onto anything. You really want that core to be nice and strong on its own. So work at a level that's right for you. You're only going to do about 8 to 12 reps of this, and that's it. You're done. You can repeat the entire circuit one more time if you like, or just be done with this one round. Anyways, I hope that this has been helpful. I will be back soon with more exercises and tips to help you get your leanest, fittest body. Thanks for watching.